Secrets of coins, revealing the rare coins in history, disclosed.
A quarter that almost everyone takes for granted. A coin that at first glance seems ordinary, but hidden within some 1985 P quarters are incredible collector secrets, small details that have quietly sold for five-figure sums, shocking both collectors and casual holders alike. Support our effort. Subscribe, like, and share so we can bring you more videos like this. Today we're diving deep into one of the most overlooked modern quarters in U.S. history, the 1985 P quarter dollar. Most people assume that anything post-silver, post-1964, is just pocket change. But the 1985 P proves that rarity and value don't always come from age or precious metals. Sometimes they come from mistakes, subtle variations, and overlooked details that almost nobody notices. Before we go further, take a moment and look at your change. Your coin jars, your drawers, old collections you haven't touched in years. The story of the 1985 P quarter begins with coins that were almost thrown away, overlooked for decades, and yet, when studied closely, could be worth thousands. At first glance, the 1985 P quarter looks perfectly ordinary. George Washington on the obverse, the bald eagle on the reverse, standard clad composition, standard weight, mass-produced in Philadelphia. Nothing seems out of the ordinary. Most people would never give it a second thought. But here's where the twist comes in. The mid-1980s were a transitional period for the U.S. Mint. Production numbers were enormous, but a few errors and varieties slipped through. Coins with doubled dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, or unusual die clashes became hidden treasures. And the 1985 P quarter has several of these. One of the most sought-after varieties is the doubled die obverse. On first glance, Washington's portrait looks normal. The date seems normal. But under careful inspection, subtle doubling appears on the date, the motto, "In God We Trust," or the word liberty. These double die examples are extremely rare in high grade because the error was corrected quickly, and most coins in circulation were ordinary strikes. Another hidden value comes from off-center strikes. These occur when the planchet was not properly aligned in the coining press. Off-center strikes from 1985 P can be dramatic or slight, but any amount of misalignment creates a collectible rarity, especially if the design is still mostly intact. Even the P mint mark matters. Philadelphia quarters rarely feature extreme die variations, but small shifts in positioning or anomalies in the mint mark can turn a regular circulation coin into a high-value collector piece. These subtle differences are often missed by casual holders and even some collectors who aren't looking closely. Now let's add some historical context. 1985 was the post-silver era, a time when collectors were more focused on older coins that contained silver. Millions of 1985 P quarters entered circulation, most of them being used, spent, or ignored. The vast majority were ordinary, but that made the few coins that survived in pristine condition exponentially more valuable. The combination of high production numbers and low attention created the perfect environment for hidden rarities to exist unnoticed for decades. So how can you identify one of these valuable 1985 P quarters? Start with the date, 1985. Check the P mint mark carefully. Examine Washington's hair, the eagle's feathers, and the coin's fields. Look closely for doubling, especially on the letters or date. Look for off-center strikes, die cracks, or die clashes on either side. And finally, check the surfaces. Coins that remain original, clean, and unpolished are the most valuable. And here's the most important warning. Do not clean the coin. Do not polish it. Do not try to artificially enhance it. Even slight cleaning destroys the originality, which is critical for collectors. A small mistake can reduce a coin's value dramatically. If you believe you found a rare 1985 P quarter, professional authentication is essential. One grading decision can turn a single coin from an ordinary circulation piece into a documented rarity that commands thousands in today's market. What makes the 1985 P quarter so fascinating is the lesson it teaches. Value isn't always about age, silver, or gold. Sometimes it's about subtle mistakes, production quirks, and details that almost everyone overlooks. And if a coin from 1985 can shock the market like this, imagine what other treasures might be hiding in drawers, jars, or old collections you haven't examined in years. Because in the world of coin collecting, the greatest treasures often hide in plain sight. The next great discovery might already be yours.